Well, in the hours and days after the Realty building exploded in downtown Youngstown last year, decisions needed to be made hour by hour. For the first time, Mayor Tito Brown is going in depth about those dangerous moments and their aftermath. Brown sat down with Kaitlyn McCarthy to talk about what went on in those discussions and how they'll define his public life.
The mayor says he stands by the decisions he's made, even though they haven't always been popular. On May 28th of 2024, Tito Brown saw a sight he never thought he would as Youngstown mayor. Lights from first responders from all over the county that were on and off the clock rushed to the center of downtown Youngstown.
So we're gonna have to back up and go around.
It wasn't long after before those surrounding the building realized someone was missing.
The biggest part of that was when we had to determine there was someone still in the building, and that was Akil Drake. And when we had to do the search and rescue, and Chief Finley, at that night, he told me, he says, I'm not going home until I can find him. And I said, I'm here with you. And there was probably half a dozen of our team that were there.
Brown recalled those moments as the hardest in his life as a public servant.
When I had to tell that mother or ask her for identifying marks on her son, and I'd tell her that was her baby in that basement, that was a really heart-wrenching part as a father, but also as a mayor that I'll never forget.
Days of constant discussions followed. Could the building be saved? Were there unknown dangers?
You know, some people said, well, you could have. And I think for me as a mayor, my main concern was the safety of the citizens. I'd rather err on the caution of, you know, the safety and that building not collapsing.
The city's response and conversations about the Realty building explosion lasted weeks after the disaster. Mayor Tito Brown said that was their main focus until NTSB got involved.
And I'm proud of how we were, and even the leaders from NTSB said they've never seen a team come together that really had never worked in an explosion or a crisis like we did.
As for responsibility, Brown says that's between Greenheart and Enbridge.
In the report, that didn't mention anything with the city's fault. I think the conversations happened where who should have been in communication about that line, and the owner back then or the owner right now, and Enbridge and Dominion.
With more local news, I'm Kaitlyn McCarthy.